Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Cerebral Syndicate. It is the very first issue, if you like comic books, whatever, it's fine. But we are here at Boomerang Comics, which is going to be our place of discussion. Also probably one of the best nerd meccas in DFW. So if you guys are in the area, definitely swing by. Everybody's awesome. But basically, let me tell you what Cerebral Syndicate is about. First off, I am your host, Xcalibur. I will be guiding you through all of the nerd hypotheticals, what ifs, movie reviews as they come up. I will be giving you assignments at the end of it. So basically where I get my source material, I'll give it to you guys so you can actually watch, read, and or interpret on your own and decide whether I'm crazy or not. So there you go. So while we're there, let's go ahead and just kind of jump right into things. One thing I remember vividly as a kid is being like an Olympic runner, you know, as I'm 8 years old, just sprinting down the street, trying to get home by 3:30 to watch probably one of the greatest blocks of cartoons. Disney actually ruled most of my afternoons as a kid. You had Bonkers, yeah, Blast from the Past, right? You also had DuckTales. Scrooge McDuck made millions of money doing what? I don't know. But he just swam in a bolt and it was cool, so we just rolled with it. Tailspin, but then you also had one that was darker in tone than most people remember, especially in the time of, you know, Batman animated series was around at the same time, and that was pretty dark as well. But I'm gonna take you on a journey about 1,000+ years ago when, you know, sorcery and the sword ruled. Yeah, I just don't need to speak the intro. It's Gargoyles. It's Gargoyles. Probably one of the best Disney shows in the eternity of forever. Had about a 78 episode run, which was very cool. 3 seasons, season 2 being the biggest of them, 50 episodes. So technically it was 2 seasons in itself. But after about mid 1990s, 96, 97, show ended. And Greg Weisman, who was the creator of the show, kind of moved on and wanted to try and do some different things and made different nods to the show itself. There was even like a short issue run from Marvel Comics. There's only 11 issues and it dealt with the Gargoyles, which was cool. But at the same time, because they tried to continue it from the show, you missed kind of some key plot points if you didn't really watch the show, and it just kind of was really weird, really weird. So now fast forward to, you know, the 2010s, I guess, and now you have Disney owns, you know, Marvel, and also LucasArts and Muppets and everything else that has any kind of fanfare. So what I would propose is I would actually like to see them bring back the Gargoyles. I think it would be really cool, especially now because you have stuff that Disney is crossing over with all of their main franchises. I mean, they're crossing Phineas and Ferb in Star Wars this summer. Who'd have thought, right? But the Phineas and Ferb in Marvel did fantastic. So definitely, I'm not saying you have to make, you know, Goliath and the other boys from, you know, the 5 boroughs and turn them into Avengers, even though Goliath as an Avenger would be cool, but I mean, that's just a little too much, don't worry about that. So, but what have you, they're in the middle of New York. Xanatos, who was the main like villain of the show, you actually have another villain in that guy, because we all know Marvel loves their Kingpin-based villains. So you have that. You would also have another dynamic for their heroes, which would be cool, especially because Spider-Man, I don't know if you guys remembered, in the animated series actually had a gargoyle he talked to quite frequently, but he would talk to the gargoyle at night, so that would kind of fit into the whole like 1,000-year curse that they had. So I'll let you think about that. I'll let you think about that. Just 1 second, go ahead. Okay, no, all right, whatever. All right, so that being said, when you have shows like Transformers and G.I. Joe and even Thundercats that have seen at least 1 or 2, if not iterations of their different beings, it would actually be cool to see this one come back and kind of make a very big splash, even if they did it in comic books to kind of get people interested, maybe do like a short run, but also at the same time, establishing another character base, especially now because Disney is kind of fading some of their properties into Marvel Comics. So that being said, they have tons of resources at their disposal. I mean, Brian Michael Bendis and a lot of the other Marvel writers are actually writing for the animated shows that Marvel has now, that being Avengers Assemble, also being Ultimate Spider-Man, which is getting an amazing run right now as well too. And surprisingly enough, Hulk Agents of Smash, which is doing very well. There's 5 Hulks, and lots of death and destruction. Not so much death, but it's like playing Battlefield but with Hawks. You'll get it either way. But yeah, so seeing that they have that, and seeing that Man of Action, who is known for doing Ben 10, are spearheading a lot of their animation, it'd be cool to actually see them take that darker tone and turn it into something else, and have them kind of sprinkle in, you know, guest appearances from the different gargoyles in different pieces of the show. But hey, you know, it's just me, and maybe I just live too much in the nostalgias. So there you go. So guys, first episode, tell me what you think. Like I said, at the end of each show, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of assignments or homework, if you will. So if I did hit you right in the nostalgias, you'll wanna go to YouTube and go to the Disney shows page, because they actually have all 3 seasons of Gargoyles, and it's amazing. I'll watch pretty much one a night, or I just binge watch them and just forget that I'm doing it. So I just pass out, my iPad is still going, playing. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's an addiction. But cool guys, tell me what you think. Xcalibur, Cerebral Syndicate, and we're out.